Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll take you through another day of training and go over my recovery, certain things, and today is also the first day of Hyrox Birmingham Pro Solo Prep. Managed to get a ticket yesterday and racing on the Wednesday in the pro race, so that'll be pretty good. I'm thinking, well, to be fair, I didn't really have much choice, but the Wednesday is obviously the first day, and it also then means that when I'm there on the other days, I'm not getting burnt out, because that's what happened at Cardiff. Had a few things going on and had obviously all my clients there as well, and I was doing all of those before my race, and then I had to do post after my race. I had clients as well. I was absolutely shattered. So if I can get my race in and out of the way, which is on the Wednesday, which I will be doing, and then obviously I'm with my clients for the rest of the weekend then, so that should be pretty good. Can't wait to get there now. I think it's just one of those where I think we've got I'm trying to work out how many days. It's the 25th of October, isn't it? So, you know, a good few weeks still. But the series you've just been watching, obviously my off season, that's the work I've been putting in without even knowing I'd have a ticket. So I'm ready to go into a prep now because I've done the work in off season, which I can't wait to push on again now, because it does get to the point where like I'm doing all this work, I don't actually have a race to do. So the fact I've got that race now makes it a lot better, and I'm sure you boys and girls will resonate with that. But yeah, we've got 70 minutes on the cards this morning, so gonna get that done. Then I gotta get a haircut because I need to sort this barnet out, and then I'm into a ski workout, which I'll then also take you through. I'll go from there. Let's get it. So 2k into this run now, nice and easy. The hill leading up to this road is not easy at all, but once it's done, again, normally I'll have to stop and walk on it, but my heart rate's getting better and I'm getting fitter. I'm just maintaining that heart rate of like 140 and staying in zone 2, and I'm going up it, which is really nice. Be it I am running at what, 8:05 pace up it. That's how steep it is. Like, it's not a nice hill, but getting into it, you can't beat it on a morning like this. Like a 70-minute run. I'm being pushed for time a little bit. I should have got up a bit earlier. I haven't been sleeping that well recently. I don't know what it is, so I need to work on that a bit more. But it's it's one of them. But I'm really excited for this prep, because last season should I say, you learn so much about each one and all this stuff. So being my hometown race as well, absolutely buzzing for that. You can put a lot into it. You just can't beat it. Like, moved to Manchester, and I needed it. It was good to get away from the countryside and mix it up a little bit. But then I come back, and now I honestly wouldn't want to live anywhere else. It's so wild, because when I lived here all my life, I was like, oh, I need to go and try something different. I've come back and I've literally got everything on my doorstep. Can't beat it, honestly. But this run so far, feeling good. Keeping my heart rate low. It's so hilly, but definitely getting fitter because I can maintain that. So we'll take it. T-shirts come off. I don't always run topless, no, I do, but it's just because it gets so hot and I sweat so much that it's kind of like, it's just one of those things. But also, if you do Hyrox, you understand you don't really wear a t-shirt anyway, do you? So I'm just doing myself a favour, really. But yeah, I need to cross over the road. If you go running as well, here's a question, please answer in the comments. If you're going on a bend, would you run this side on oncoming, or would you switch over to here? Because I'd normally run on that side of the road, but then when I'm coming around a bend, I'll switch over and come onto this side. Let me know. Cat review. Wow. So that is my run complete and my trim sorted as well. So finally, I actually feel a bit more, bit more confident in the old haircut. But it was growing it out at the moment. I'm trying to like push it back, makes it a lot easier for training. But obviously at the moment it's that length where I can't do that. So just having to style it this kind of way. In terms of what we've got next, I have an interval session on the skier later on. So I'm waiting to do that. Just had some lunch and obviously my breakfast earlier. And it's just about making sure that I hit these paces. It's 5 rounds of like 1,000 meter ski and all this stuff. I'll go through that later on when we get there. But the main aim for Birmingham is, one, it's the first race of the season, so you know, any mistakes will iron out. I'm hoping also to see how doing this kind of training that I've been doing over this pre-season is going to be so much better than how I felt in Cardiff, for one. Two, any of the pro race I've done before, the amount of that I've learned, my mentality and the mindset of I'm a lot fitter now as well will be a massive stage to that. And obviously in this next few episodes on this new series, in this prep towards Birmingham Pro Solo, it's showing you how you go from pre-season training into prep training for a race, now knowing that I'm locked in on that exact race and I know what's to come. Obviously this is all building up towards Poznan in December, that being my second pro race. So yeah, be interesting to see any mistakes I make in Birmingham, that we can obviously not make the same ones in Poznan. But obviously Poznan being a fast course as well is an opportunity to qualify for Worlds. If I can get that done early, then I can take all the pressure off and start enjoying the races even more than I already do. I can't wait, because I actually absolutely love race day. Like, it's so sick. I'm getting my race done early Wednesday, so once it's done Wednesday, it's done, out the way, and then I'll be able to spend the rest of the weekend with my clients and obviously meeting all you guys as well, because that's something we get to do too, which is sick. Anyone who watches the channel, it's so good to see you when we're actually at the events and that, and obviously to like talking through your races and my race and stuff. It's always a good thing. But obviously there is a surprise as well, which my mum now knows, so I can talk about. But we've also managed to get a ticket for her birthday to do a mixed doubles on the Thursday. So my pro race is on the Wednesday. There's literally 2 heats, so it's like 10 past 8 till 8:30, so it's in between those two. On the Wednesday evening, and then I'll come home, and then Thursday between 3:50 and 4:50 or something, might be totally different, is mixed doubles. So gonna be seeing how hard we can go in that one. We're gonna be going flat out. But my mum's run a 3:55 marathon at 50, so I'm so impressed with what she can do and so proud of her. So yeah, should be a really good thing to do with my mum, and I can't wait to do that. But yeah, gonna head over to the gym shortly, and I'll catch you there. So I've had a few questions since I put on a story yesterday going over like, what's your main aim with Birmingham? I think obviously I mentioned it about 10 minutes ago about, you know, not ironing out any errors that I made last year. It's my first race this season, so there are going to be a few. You can train into an intensity, and you can train to, you know, a degree of a race day, but nothing will match a race day feeling. For one, how your adrenaline can overtake your heart rate. So for instance, you know, you can rush out and fly out, and you think, oh yeah, I feel good, but that's just the adrenaline talking. So then when you then come back into it and you're like, wow, I've just fried myself in the first lap, that is me all of last season. So this year, when I walk from the warm-up, I'm planning to sit in the middle of the pen. Don't need to be at the front. Don't need to do that. And then what I'll do is, you will take out probably 10% of people just from sitting in the middle of your pen, because you aren't racing them off the line, and they will find out the hard way, if it's their first season or whatever, or that's just how they race, they'll find out the hard way that isn't the best way to go about it. So that's 10% of people. I'll then sit in the middle of the skier, and because I'm comfortable on the ergs with the amount of work I've been putting in, I'll then pick off more people on the skier. That's without doing any work whatsoever. Then my race can start, because I've done the ski erg, and then I'm onto the sleds. Then I'm coming off the ski and I feel fresh because I haven't raced out really hard. And then I'm onto the run, off the skier, ready to go into the sleds. Sleds is where I've put a lot of work in as well. Literally every other station has been sled work, and you'll have seen that if you followed the channel already. If you're new here, I have been documenting all of my off season, to make sure that, you know, we're in a better position than I was last year, and it's just making sure that we can you know, build on a benchmark of what we got last year. But moving into then going into the sled push, etc., that's when the race can really start, because you're able to get to it. I mentioned in the Berlin prep as well that, you know, realistically I don't want to be tired or anything, and I want to get to the burpees fresh. If I can do that, then my race really starts. On the back end I can kick down on all of that. As we all know, I literally hate wall balls, so that's been a massive focus as well. Every other session is literally wall balls in it, so my condition on those is way better. Running into wall balls now is way better, so it'll be interesting to see how well I can pull those off come Birmingham. There are going to be mistakes, I know there's going to be mistakes, and when you go into these races, guys, like, you should have that feeling of, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Obviously if you're getting penalties and stuff like that, it's not ideal, but that can happen. But it's just the, you know, little mistakes, such as like your watch, it might not get the pacings right, so make sure you got your lap time as a second degree. So use the run feature, so then I'll have the main time on my watch, I'll have my pace, it might pick it up, it might not, and then I'll have my lap time. So for instance, when it's coming to around, you know, 3:55 second, 3 minutes 55 seconds, 4 minutes 5, I'm pretty certain I've run a K by then, so then I'll be ready to go in. If ever you lose the amount of laps you've done, just look at your times on your lap time and be like, yeah, that's pretty much around the time I can run a K in, so it should be about right. So yeah, anywhere around there, that's something how to work out if you're missing laps or you think you've miscounted. Obviously there's a big screen there as well to make sure for all of that. But just in Birmingham, I just want to make sure, I feel good. The work I've been putting in is going to pay off. That's a given, because the work you put in, you'll always get out as well. And I can like, you preach for that. As long as your sleep's good, your nutrition's good around the event and before, obviously, but especially around the event, you don't want to be tired going into it. And obviously you haven't missed days, you've trained hard, and you put in the work, you'll always be rewarded for it. So that's what we've got aimed for. But today's session is an interval session, which I'll run through when we get to the gym. So let's get into it. So just got to the gym now. Before I go in, these are the final tee design and everything fitting that we are going to be releasing on the 31st for early access. As you can see, it's a little bit different to what I've posted about it before. Changed it up. The length's so much better for the t-shirt. The tank is going to be the same length, but the tee is a different length, a bit shorter, and the hoodie's got a new little bit on it as well, which I can't wait to show you all, guys. So we'll do that then. But yeah, this is the quality's mint. Like, absolutely love it. Training wise, really good. Obviously I won't be wearing it to training. I always take my top off the train just because it gets so hot anyway. But yeah, it sits on the arms nice. Like, I'm just buzzing. I can't wait to see people wearing it as well. Like, it's gonna be so sick. So that is what we've got. I'm gonna unbox the new hoodie and obviously the tank that you'll have already seen later on, and we'll go from there. So today's session is looking at I've got 3 rounds of 15 cal ski, 15 kettlebell swings, 15 hand release press ups as the warm up. Then into the main session of 5 rounds to time, 1,000 meters ski at 156 pace. I think that'll be like a comfortable, just above threshold pace as well, which I might use as my race pace. Just because it's like a warm up into the ski. Like, you don't need to be going flat out at that even on your race day. 20 kettlebell swings heavy, so probably going to be using a big kettlebell for that one. And then 500 meter ski at 153 pace, 20 hand release press ups, and then 200 meter flat out on the ski, 6 seconds rest, 5 rounds. Let's get into it. How long is that? That's 51 minutes of work complete. We're stinging in between like the 500 and the press ups. Press ups probably the worst part, but I also did press ups this morning after my long run, not realising I had about 100 to do of hand release ones, so that's my own fault. But anyway, that was a really good session. I'll put it up on the screen here, so pause it, have a go, and let me know what time you get. So then we finally got the design exactly how I want it to be. The fit of the t-shirts. The tank, like I said earlier, is a little bit different. So the tank being a tank is going to be a little bit longer. So the t-shirt's 5 centimeters shorter than the tank. Doesn't really make much of a difference, but I just love the way it fits as a t-shirt compared to a tank. Obviously a training top, you want it a little bit oversized, a bit more, which is good. But it's like tight in the right areas and stuff like that, which is what we want. The hoodie, I've also added a little bit more of a design on, so you can see the H from the back as well. So I'm going to run through the unboxing now, and then these are the first bits of the drop that you're going to get access to from next Sunday if you're on early access, and if you're not, then it'll be general release on the Monday if there's anything left. But yeah, really happy with the quality and how it's turned out. Obviously you've got inside the hybrid hub and obviously the sizes. There will be a tag on it as well when you guys get it in your order. But yeah, really clean, no R anymore, so it's just that. Like, if I'm seeing people wearing this at Hyrox, I think it just looks so clean. Like, the fitter, faster, stronger, and the hybrid hub bit there, really cool. And then obviously on the hoodie, embroidered here, and then at the back when the hood's down, you'll obviously then see the H as well, which looks so crisp too. Can't believe it's literally next week now, which is wild. So by the time you're watching this on Sunday, it'll be a week to go. And 9 AM is the early access. Again, link in the description, link in my Instagram bio on Hybrid Hub, and my own main account, Josh Harrison Fit. And yeah, it's really, really exciting. But yeah, that is a day in the life of first day of prep for Birmingham Pro Solo. As you can kind of get from the vibe, I actually can't wait. I think one, obviously racing my mum will be sick, but two, doing my Pro Solo and just right any wrongs that I left last season being the benchmark season into this season, and just really put in all my effort and literally 110% into every single session that I'm doing is hopefully going to pay off in the long run. Obviously Birmingham being the warm-up, then into Poznan, maybe even one before that, and then especially into next year when we really kick on and do what we can to obviously get that qualification for Worlds in Stockholm, which will be a massive achievement, which I can't wait to, you know, hopefully do, and I'm sure we will. And I'm going to bring you guys along for the whole of that journey too. But yeah, thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you're new to the channel or you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.